Hey friends, Sierra here for Tuning In Tuesday, and today we are going to be talking about thoughts, our thinking mind, this beautiful gift of intellect and discernment. We have this energetic system of gathering, processing, and recycling information that we perceive from the world around us. And it is a vital process that we use for survival because it allows us logical understanding of fire, hot, don't sit there, car moving, don't stand in front of it, and so on. And what we see happening is this overexhaustion of this part of the mind to where 90% of the time we are thinking about life rather than experiencing it. We have these thoughts at the forefront of our reality before experience even has a chance. We've built these strong cages around these limiting ideas and these thinking patterns, ultimately leaving us to be thinking beings rather than living beings. So, how do we create balance to having a healthy, logical, analytical thinking pattern and allowing a healthy dose of raw experience? By disidentifying ourselves from our thoughts. You are not just your thoughts. And to quote a famous, amazing spiritual teacher, Ram Dass, our karma is our mind. Our karma is our mind. What does that mean? We have been given this gift of buddhi, of intellect, and we have this great job of creating balance, to not overdevelop this one aspect of the mind whose sole purpose is to divide, discriminate, and dissect everything that it comes into contact with. It is splitting, ultimately keeping us from truly being with anything. Our thoughts are at the forefront of our mind, keeping us from experiencing life fully. An example of this for myself, I had been practicing with handstand canes. For those of you not familiar with them, they are just a cane that sits off the ground that you can practice handstands on that lift you up. I had been practicing with 10 inches, was doing great, was balanced, felt super strong, felt super stable, and I was ready for the next level. So I upped it to 22 inches. It was a high jump, but I felt ready for it. And through my experience, I knew that I had the capability to achieve this. My friends, my family were like, you're going to fall and break your neck, you're going to hurt yourself. But I listened to my experience and my intuition. For about 6 to 8 months, I was rocking it on these 22-inch handstand canes, felt super solid, felt super great. And then one day I left them outside, and the wooden base got wet because it had rained and it warped. And out of stubbornness, or maybe more realistically laziness, I chose not to change the base, and I continued to work with them with that right hand being a little wobbly. And one day I had a fall. I did not break my neck. I did not break any bones, but I definitely broke my confidence. And because of that fall, I had realized, holy shit, I could break my neck. I could break my arm. And since that day, I have not been able to hold myself up stably on these canes without a wall. Nothing had changed in me physically. My balance, my strength is all the same. It was all my thoughts. That thought had come in between me and my experience. So if I had let that thought just be as a cautionary tale and not the whole experience itself, I would have seen progression instead of regression. So this week I invite you to employ a mantra. I am more than my thoughts. I am more than my thoughts. If we can soak our intellect in awareness and understand that that thought, that tiny speck of dust, is just one part, and shift that awareness into the broader spectrum of life, we can start to really experience life to the fullest. I hope you guys are all safe, healthy, and happy, and I hope to see you all soon. Thank you so much.